Good morning, everyone. Good morning, savoir. Thank you. No, thank you for joining this session today. I'm going to present. I'm going to do the presentation with Abel, who's maybe is going to join us after a while. She's a bit busy. I'm going to share my screen with you so that we can start our session right away. As you just said, it's going to be in French. I don't know if you can see my screen. As you can see, we are going to share with you this evening about the subject that is just so that you can see how to access Wikipedia in offline in Africa. We are in Africa. We are Africans, so that we try to choose the subject. The session we presented by Abel and I. Abel, she's a little busy, but maybe joining us. I'm Wikipedia from DRC. I've been in this since 2017 and 2018. We try to put in place a group, Wikimedia of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, with professionals. I'm an IT expert, so it's always. Without wasting time, we are going to go in the deep of the subject. Just have a look. Look at the theme. I'm going to ask you a question. Why should we have Wikipedia offline? Nowadays, everyone is connected. People are working online. Some reason that want us to share this theme with you. There's some reasons, and we have to answer it. It can be obvious that you live in a big city, that you have a salary when you work, you have a decent salary when you're working, that you can afford internet. You have so it can be obvious that but I can show you that I cannot explain to you that it's not the case for everyone. Not everyone live in a big city, developed countries with all the facilities. So not everyone has a decent salary so that you can have access to internet. We cannot half of the population, African population, we don't have access to internet. Another reason that I'd like to tell you the reason is why we should have Wikipedia offline. Another reason is we have the lack of infrastructure. If you can see, we have telecommunication, we have internet. We can have to the internet 24 hours in a week. But imagine yourself that you have in a place that where we have all those facilities. I can give you an example. 2 months ago, I live in Kisangani. If you can categorize some cities of DRC, we have Kinshasa the first town, we have Lubumbashi the second, and comes Kisangani with the third field. But it has happened that I went for work, information for work, and I reached there, and I just realized that at my place, because the majority of people we can have internet only when we have internet coverage, where we have this Vodacom, Tigo, whatever. But some other places we don't have we have internet at all. We still be in 2G. So I was in a city where we had a 4G connection. So it was not easy. So to have access to internet was not that easy. We don't have a right infrastructure. That's why we need to have a Wikipedia offline. A part of infrastructure, we have also the cost. We have in Africa. We have internet is very expensive in Africa. It's very expensive. So, for example, I don't know where you are, but in my country, in my case, this is my reference. This is my reference. Not that I'm going to talk about my country, something that I can share with you my own experience. As for me in Africa, I think that internet is really, really expensive. Recently, I read an article. I was just reading how much there was the cost of Africa. In some countries, one giga can 1 gigabyte can cost like 10 USD or 15 USD. Just so that you can use for 24 hours, or if it goes on much longer, it can be 48 hours. So can you imagine that in a part of the country where internet is so expensive, so you must have I think have another tip of Wikimedia. I want we are not always connected permanently. Is that what that means? We can see that today we have Abel who went like 65 kilometers from Kisangani where we live. So it can happen that you have a trip in bus, or you find yourself, it's a long trip, you don't have access to internet. It can take you 3 to 4 hours, and you're without internet. So to be bored, staying without doing nothing, you can use Wikipedia offline, so that you cannot be bored. It can be the train, it can be in a bus, etc., etc. So we need to have this Wikipedia out of line. With the three aspects that I just mentioned to you, we also have the aspect of the fact of not all information. We cannot have all information. So you feel to. I'm going to share you my experience with my country. Some information that's answered. It happens that with the government cut the internet. We don't have internet. It can be a political reason, especially for the elections or whatever. Sometimes some matters that the government doesn't want to be left to the population, so they decided to cut off the internet. So you can stay without internet for long, without for the reason. I'm a student. I need to do my research on the internet, and then because I don't have internet because the government decided to do so because they don't want some information to be shared. So Wikipedia can, if we can have this out of line, offline. Another aspect of lack of internet, it in some countries where Wikipedia has been blocked for some reason, X and Y, that I don't know. That's also mean that it can happen that we can have a Wikipedia and then you go in a place and then you cannot have access to it. So what can you do? What are you? So talking about this effect of, and as I have in front of me the map, the world map, I try to see places where the internet has been cut off. We have there, we have pink color where this places internet has been a problem. It has been that government can decide to shut down the internet. Yeah. You have some other countries. It's better. In other countries they don't even. So you can have a lot of countries are facing this problem. My country is among them. I think that's going to be the queen. Let's try to carry on. We have another map which shows lack of internet. Where some countries where Wikipedia has been like cut off. I mean, the orange color. It's called with conflicts about some informations. You have the red color there. We can see that we only talking about Africa, but that we don't see any color in relation with Africa. But The one who drew this card, this map, is not from Africa. Maybe he just forgot to mention that. Okay, we have a color about Tunisia. We have Saudi Arabia, Australia, France, Iran, those other countries. In Africa, you have Tunisia, where Wikipedia has been blocked. We can, okay, I'll give you the link where you can have these articles and the list. Now we're going to answer to our main question. Why should you have Wikipedia out of line? To answer those questions is how to access Wikipedia offline. We have two possibilities that we have in front of us. The first one is we have we have a platform. We can be Android phone. We can have you can install these. That's one form of the possibility. One possibility. So you can read some documents out of line. We have also Wikifundi. It's a platform also that can help us to edit, or we can try to access to access one of them deeply. We have Wikifundi, for example. I'm going to start to give you an example. It happens that among our participants, we have people who do have like a workshop or whatever. Even in DRC, we have a program that maybe on 12 or 13 of this month, we are going to work, we're going to have a workshop, how to contribute to Wikipedia. Just imagine that you find yourself in your country that you want to planify a workshop for audition of it can be young people, a student from the university that you wanted to contribute, and then you find yourself that we don't have internet, which happens most of the time. We have a workshop, but we don't have internet, so we can spend 1 hour, 2 hours without doing anything because we are just in short of internet. And we wait for that to so Wikipedia can help us to work. We can work with Wikipedia even being offline. With the same techniques. So instead of waiting time to see the time that we can have back internet, we can use Wikipedia instead. It helps you to modify, to edit, to write articles as if you're online, or it helps you. What I can say in education. We can with Wikipedia, we can maybe sensitize, educate for people, organize workshops. It also for entrepreneurship, new entrepreneur. We can try to create a business plan, writing short reports, and yeah. Yeah, we cannot go that in deep in Wikifundi, but we just want to share this about Wikifundi, how you can use it, and you can use it in Wikipedia without being connected. Let's go to the Kiwix, which is another. It started to work in 26. It was to consult some document without having access to internet. I can say that, as I said before, it's another platform that we can have. We can use our phone, like VLC. It helps us to read some document like MP3, MP4. But this one, it shows more navigator. It can help us to read some documents. It's a document with open it, which is open, create in order to be kept in a website to be used offline. I have my usage page, and I'm gonna write something and introduce myself. So if I want to access my usage page without being offline, maybe I want to go to give information. I want to go to work in a place where they have access problem. So I go to this page. Okay, I'm gonna change the format. Uh, um, I don't know. Yeah, I have to change I have to change the file so that I can use it differently. It's not any format that you can have. It has to be. It can be MP3. It can be MP4 or SV. Yeah, it is a special format, so that it can work. That's why we need from now on to have Zim this format. I think at the end, we must have this. Okay, how are we going to do this? How can we convert this page online in order to use it differently? Don't worry, we have other people with some engineers who did this for you. So we can have this special formats and how you can use it on Wikipedia. Without waiting that far, we're going to check Kiwix or so, which is another. We can find it on this official site, which is called RG. If you go there, you're going to have you can have the main page of Kiwix where you can download this. You can have the English version. You can have a French version. You can just put a /FRL slash. So you can be on this page with the page which is in front of you. As you can see, I have Kiwix in front of me. It shows me that it's available in a lot of platforms. If you want, you just need to click on the blue stuff. You can download what Kiwix. I think you know this window, the famous window that just to open your account, and it's gonna help you download. You're going to have what your Kiwix with you on your desktop. Part of that, you have another system, Mac OS. If you have on Mac OS, you have an Android version which is there. You can also do this on Play Store. You can go to Play Store, Kiwix and Wikipedia, and you can install your Kiwix from there. Yeah, you can even this can allow you to download it to download you. Today, in order to we're going to try to take the case of the window, laquelle of the window. You go to download your you go there, and then your YouTube like mineral.
You can double click on the object where you want. Once you click, you can see the file. Then you can choose. When you choose where it's written, the Kiwix desktop.exit. This is the application that you can double click. It's what the application, if you click, you can see it. Once you arrive at the end, if you want to install on Windows, if the question has been to be asked, you can answer by yes or not. Then you will take, you will take, once you double click, it will open the main window. It's just in front of us, as you see. This is the main window that present many functions, and on these functions you can download. I told you French and English, you can say, and it can be available in many languages, and you can choose the language that is easy for you. And here it's the French version, and after multi-language, or as a functionality of this, we also have some place of researchers. It's a navigator, so you can. It's like as you are in Chrome or Mozilla, you have the possibility to make some researches. Once you have that, and you can do many researches there. Yet you can open also many windows. You can also do it very easy as in other navigator, in other browser. So you can see, apart from this column, you can try to publish one article in PDF, and you can have the availability of printing, as you see there. If you have opened one file, as on my side, I've opened this file basketball by Wikipedia. As the file is there, try to imagine all the Wikipedia. It's very heavy to download. That's why you have the possibility. If you wanted to download one zim, you you can download just the part that you want. We can go to Wikipedia to see only basketball. You can just see it, and you can download the zim of Wikipedia that concerns only basketball. If you are a physician or engineer, you can just download the part that concerns you. So, yeah, and you can just have the space in your machine. Um, if you have to open 3 or 4 files, you can see at the library there is a functionality. And then the main function, what I'd like to present, is there. As you see there, I've seen, as I have opened the file. It's the article about Michael Jordan. In this article, I'd like to present the functionality of Kiwix in the server. It's you can see, for example, you are in the school. If you can recall, Kiwix has been created just to be used in schools, universities, libraries, and there you can go in the laboratory at the university or at school. You can see. So if we can need someone to install Kiwix and can consider everything. So for example, in my machines, I can see I am the manager of the whole. I can just install Kiwix on my machine, on my laptop or computer, and I take my is the browser and the server, and I can see for all my students or people. For one, first, you have to click on the 3 points which are there. The first option is the local server Kiwix. I think you see very well. Once you click on the server Kiwix, you will see this window which you see here. They can ask you to start the server in your laptop or computer, or to open your Kiwix library. And if I want to start, I will click on start the server. I will click on this start server Kiwix. Then I will go, after clicking, then I'll go to the third window. As you see, the server Kiwix can be accessed by local network HPD 192, and the server is launched. Now, how can someone can access to this server? To other machines. For example, we have the students or pupils, they want to access to this server so that they can see the article about, for example, Michael Jordan, what I've shown earlier. And your machine will be considered as a server and can be connected to the same network that can be considered as client machines. And that I will need an access point. An access point, I can do it with even with an Android telephone. So here I'm not talking about, I don't talk about internet connection, just a signal. And that signal, you cannot buy internet bundle, but just to activate an access point, it can have an internet connection or not. That signal, all other machines, it may be a cell phone or computer, and they can click on that signal. It will be the access point. For example, here I see Valentine. If the cell phone of the person is there, the person can click on Valentine network, and after clicking, my server must also be connected to Valentine network. I repeat, we do not have, it's not need to have internet, but just to have a signal access. I can open my browser, maybe in a cell phone or laptop or computer, and you say, at the address point, you can just write the address that is shown at the server. HTTP dash dash 1912168 43881. Once you click there, automatically you will go to the Michael Jordan article, which is not on the telephone but on the server. You see the functionality of and the advantage of this, which I am presenting you now. I think I am at the end. If you have some questions, I still have 10 minutes but I am available. Before to answer to your questions, I'd like to raise one question, one issue. If those who are online, If it's you are in the city, you can connect like this. The material that I share with you, it's not need for you to keep them. You have to share with others. I hope that you organize some workshops and some meetings. You can share with other people, so to show them that there is a way to access Wikipedia without internet connection. Is what I show you here, the Kiwix, what I've shown. I'd like you to be ambassadors for this, so that you can inform every people. Use Kiwix and talk about Kiwix to other people. Wikifundi we also have, so that you can arrange or organize your workshop even with if you are offline. So thank you very much. I'm ready for the questions. Sorry.
Are you there? I just heard Patrick. If you have any question, please just send it via chat, and maybe you could try to answer to you could try to answer to your question. Hi, Patrick. Also, if you have a preoccupation, you have a question, please send it via chat. I will try to answer to your questions if you have any. Hi, Patrick. I was lucky to work with Kiwix. Congratulations, Patrick, for you. Congratulations for having worked with Wikileaks. Thank you also to be there this evening with us and to share such a thing with us also. So you can share experience with others, especially uh, for the use of Wikifundi. What I was saying earlier, if you want to have the encyclopedia or Wikipedia, I can hide to you. You need space. You need also internet because it's heavy. if I'm not mistaken, like 30 or 29 gigabytes. So you need enough internet to download it and space. Finally, I'm gonna share with you some links. The links whereby you can download Wikileaks. Here's the link where you can download the Wikifundi. I'm just sharing the links. Another link where we can download Zim. Zim from Wikipedia. You just need to select. Yeah, to also you select the right language, each French or another language. You also choose on the language that you understand. Yeah, also. Yeah, it also depends on the capacity of your disk. On your disk. Maybe start with Wikipedia. Maybe. Try to do as I did. Thank you very much for being there. Now we're going to talk about internet blockage. Like finally, the link is also there. I'm trying to share with you. Thank you very much. If you don't have any other question, any other suggestion, Zanabi is now with us. If you have anything to say, please come on board. Are you there with us? Fine. Zanabi is back. Thank you for being there. Don't forget to contact us from here in here. See if you have any question and suggestion. This could be the end of our session, and see you soon. Bye bye.